All right. Uh, I didn't really know what I want to talk about. I'm kind of tired. Uh, I'm not gonna make a real long one today. But I have seen clips of Jake Paul, and I think the guy's name was Anthony Joshua that he fought. Uh, and I'm really glad that Jake Paul got his jaw broke. I don't know if this is going to stop him from being a complete piece of shit, and that's what he is. You know, if you realize Jake Paul's a Jew, and I don't know, they just have that propensity, that habit of being raging pieces of shit. And I always considered Jake Paul to be a raging piece of shit. Never really, I never watched much of his shit. The only time I see anything about him is when they show clips on X or whatever. But yeah, he just proved to everybody what he really is. He's a baby. He's a bitch. You, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but when you got in fights, when I got in fights, and it was rare that I got knocked down unless you tripped me. That was what would happen. Somebody in the crowd would maybe trip you. That's a friend of the guy you're fighting, and that happened to me a couple times. I never hugged the guy's leg ever. It never crossed my mind to just get on my knees and hug the guy's leg. I didn't like him, he didn't like me, and we were not there to hug each other or try to get special favors or whatever. We were there to beat the shit out of each other. That's what we were there to do, and I'm glad that little Jake Paul decided to, or yeah, Jake Paul. I think the other one isn't the other his brother Logan Paul. I don't know, but they're both jackasses. But yeah, that was a really a pathetic showing. And one of the things that I noticed about Jake, and this isn't this is, and I'm not throwing shade on guys that have tattoos because there are guys that have tattoos that are tough motherfuckers. But then there are guys like Jake Paul that have tattoos that they are a bunch of bitches and they want everybody to think they're tough. The beard, the tattoos, the attitude. I mean, what was up with what is it with these guys that they always got to put their tongue out? That it to me, it's always when they're getting ratioed or they're getting like him, getting smacked around. It's like they have this need to try to make everybody believe, hey man, no 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 no, I'm not a bitch. I'm a tough guy. Yeah, you're sticking your tongue out doesn't make me believe that you're a tough guy. It makes me think you're even more of a bitch than I already thought you were a bitch. So, um, but he is like he's an influencer. He's like a Jack Doherty, if you know who that is. That's that little guy that walks around like this and bumps into people, and then when they get in his face, his big bodyguard gets in their face. The Island Boys, they're another bunch of jackoffs. There's a whole bunch of these influencers that go around causing problems and acting like assholes. And I think Jack Doherty is in some legal trouble right now. But yeah, it's anybody that follows that shit. Now I think Andrew Tate's going to fight somebody, and I mean now the thing with Andrew Tate is Andrew Tate was a fighter. He was I think a professional fighter. He had I don't know how many wins, but he did go in the ring and fight. So he had a career where he fought. So he is legitimate. And but I wouldn't watch that either because there again, it's a show, it's a spectacle. I mean, I used to watch boxing back in the past. I grew up during Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier and uh, Tex Cobb. Tex Cobb fought Larry Holmes, and Larry Holmes beat the shit out of Tex Cobb. And Tex Cobb was just a tough son of a bitch. He didn't win the fight, but when you're beating the shit out of somebody and they're not going down, and even though they're losing, they're just it's like, should I give up? Should I just quit? Should I just give this guy the fight? But yeah, I grew up watching guys like that, real fighters. Nowadays, boxing isn't what it was. Boxing used to be a great thing, and I think I don't know if it's getting. I know it kind of dropped off. You didn't really have any uh, charismatic figures. I mean, I grew up, like I said, during the time of Muhammad Ali. He was charismatic. He was a character. You had the rope a dope, and they had the Thriller in Manila, and you know, then of course Tyson. You had Mike Tyson, and then of course Jake Paul fought what 60-year-old Mike Tyson. Um, and there's that's the thing about Jake Paul. I thought that okay, this is going to be one of these stupid fights where Jake Paul wins again because it they seem to be set up from what I understand, and I like I said, I don't watch it, but I do listen to people who talk about it. I was watching a old guy, a boxer, a former boxer, talk about Jake Paul, and he did not have nice things to say about him. He did say he is not a boxer, and he isn't. I mean, what I do back here, with trying to learn different jabs and punches and stuff like that, and trying to get my reflexes better, I don't look at myself as a boxer or a fighter. I'm just trying to learn uh, things that'll help me to defend myself. Eventually, I want to go. I want to try to find time in order to go. Maybe I don't know, once a week, once a month. I don't know, something. But no, you know, I mean, I think Jake Paul has more skill than I do because he does train. But that guy could not get in the ring against. Well, that guy was a champion. He got in the ring against the champion, and look what happened to him. I guarantee you, he is not going to make that mistake again. Now, wait a minute. Didn't he get in the ring against? See, I don't remember. Wasn't he in the ring against Floyd Mayweather? I don't know. I'm going to look that up. Yeah, I thought he got in the ring against a Mayweather. All right, he fought a guy. He did fight a UFC welterweight champion, Tyrone Woodley. Okay, and that was short notice because he was planning on fighting Tommy Fury, but Tommy Fury had to withdraw, and Woodley came in short notice. Nate Robinson, Anderson Silva. The thing is, though, it's like I said about He defeated Nate Diaz. All right. Julio Cesar Chavez, Mike Perry. Mike Perry, I think, was um, a bare knuckle boxer, if I'm correct. But here's the problem with this Jake Paul thing. I don't trust any of these fights because he's a celebrity, and there are people that have said they think that all of these fights, are kind of uh, where these guys throw the fight. Now, maybe not, but and maybe this one here was one where he thought, yeah, let's not worry about that. I'll go in here and I'll have an easy time and I can beat this guy. But that didn't work. But still, I don't really care because he's not going to be going into. I don't know how much he weighs. He I guess is he a welterweight or a heavyweight? I don't know. But he will not be going into a boxing ring and fighting a professional boxer who's in his prime, like he just did. Okay, that he's not going to be doing that. He's going to be going after the soft targets. Okay, I mean Nate Diaz. He said Nate Diaz didn't really punch hard. He just seemed to be kind of a zombie. Well, okay, I think Nate Diaz probably got hit quite a bit in his career, and that there can turn you into a zombie. It's the same with Tyson. Tyson, I mean, I don't think Tyson really wanted to fight. He did pull out the first time, and then he decided, okay, I'll go this time. But I don't think Tyson really was into it. I had that, I did that. He even said that years ago that he don't want to fight. Heck, he had a he had a interview where he said his belts are nothing; they're not worth anything. So I'm not really. I mean, the training Tyson was doing looked like old Tyson. But yeah, yeah. Jake Paul can go shove it. If this is what he wants to do, and he's going to continue to do this, well, whatever. He can do what he wants. But I'm not following him more than just seeing shit pop up in front of my face about him. But yeah, he's not a boxer. He doesn't have the chops, and that fight. I think after that fight, he ought to just say that's it. I give up. But I don't think the ego is gonna. He took quite a hit. He knows what he was. He knows he was a bitch. So he's probably going to go out after a few soft targets now just to kind of get his credibility back and go, oh yeah, see, that was just I had a bad day. See, I beat these two guys. Yeah, who cares? Um, but anyway, that's about all I have right now. Like I said, I'm tired. I feel like going back to bed, taking a nap. I guess I mean I ate breakfast. I ate a heck of a lot, so that kind of knocks you out. I'm thirsty, so I'm doing a lot, not alcohol, but I'm doing a lot of drinking. So anyway, tomorrow. Now, I was thinking of the way I feel today. I feel pretty beat up. I mean, yesterday I had to go down and I had a well. Last night I was Friday night I was setting up the generator and all the shit from my mom, and then I had to make fire and all this crap, and I had a and I'm kind of tired, so I think I'm going to take tomorrow off, and I'm going for Tuesday and Thursday this week. Well, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and maybe Tuesday I'm going to do the bench press and Yeah. What the heck am I thinking? Chin ups. Yeah. And then on Thursday, I think I'll do military press and maybe I'll do that combo. The um God, I tell you what, my brain is just done. The pullover skull crusher combo. I think that's what I'll do. So tomorrow's going to be a day off, and then Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday of this coming week will be workouts. So that's all I got for today. And like I said, I think I'm gonna friggin' hit the hay and get a nap. So I'll see you Tuesday.